Okay, let's pause while Hoot lets me know if he wants to watch or not. I don't know if he is or not, but you can get the stream up if you want and tell me how it looks.
Yep, sick.
Cool. Okay, right. Here we go, boys. So what are we doing? Right, you're on terrorist side for this match, right? Okay. Okay. Where are you, Hootie? Where are we? Right. Okay. Why can't I see everyone's money?
And I've got an ad playing.
Yeah, let's give it a sec. Right, Hootles, here we go. Everyone's bought armour.
There you are.
It's going to be a B rush. See how it's going. See.
Unmuted you.
Right, one person's watching lower. That's good.
Your mic's... the stream's volume is like pretty low.
What, compared to the mic? Compared to the mic?
No, the stream in general.
Well, turn it up then, dickhead.
It's on max, dick.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, found it. My bad.
Okay, right. At this point, you should be trying to stay inside the site. Once you've took over the site, your teammate got the kill in lower tunnel. So that should give you an indication that there should only be roughly 1 or 2 people over at B site. As it turns out, there was only 1. But it looks like you've stormed the site and continued anyway, so there's a good pistol round, to be honest. Let's see if Arcana manages to get this kill. Yep. There we go, good pistol round. On the second round, yeah, you picked up a 5-7, that's good. Everyone's buying SMGs, head armour. There we go, yeah. I mean, with the new meta, with the new SMG thing, that's pretty much fine, to be honest. I mean, your opponents didn't even bother buying any form of armour at all, and it looks like they're trying the traditional rush long strategy after losing a pistol round, so... It's just a basic win round, basically, for you guys. Unless you really mess up. The buy-in here is very good, because you've all bought head armour. And with the recent buff to the SMGs. There we go. Right then, all 4 of you were looking at tunnels, no one was watching mid. It was only a second, but that 1 second can mean an everything again. So... That's a lot of bullet holes. Nice free firing, yep. Standard round. Well played.
We are going to do this.
Yep, Hoot.
Let's go. Let's go.
No worries, mate, no worries. I'll keep the language to a minimum. Right, so this round, again, enemies didn't buy any form of armour, but they decided to go for a more default buy. Chef should not have run in on his own, and he knows very well that he should not have run in on his own. But he went in and took the site anyway, so that was great. He's got the bomb then too. Right now you know that there's a kill down there. And this is good, holding the tunnels like this. Let's go. Holding the tunnels like that. If you die in the tunnels there, it gives the people inside B site more information about where they are, and it gives them time to react, so... Yeah, I don't know if you were doing that just because you know there was someone there and you went for the kill, or because you knew that anyway, but... Again, so far, pretty good. At this point, personally, what I'd do is I'd upgrade to an AK. We've only got an MP7, enemy team, they've all got armour apart from the guy who's glass cannon. there's 3 scoped rifles on that team, and 3 of you guys have still got SMGs, Bison, and 2 MP7s. Well, the MP7 is pretty strong. It's pretty useless against armor, so unless you catch the AWP guy off guard and that throws the CTs for a loop, an AK will be much better in this situation. Plus, it's not that big of an investment after you've just won 3 rounds in a row, so... So, the rush straight in, that right there is a classic case of not setting up your grenades properly and not waiting for everyone to go in at once. Move the webcam down a bit. Right, okay. 1 second. Right then though, that there. That was a pretty clear-cut example of not the proper really use of grenades. I'll show you a grenade for that, but you can throw a grenade in, and you throw flashes, and you don't go in without the flashes. It's just a perfect example of why not. You just mow 2 of you down. With an AK you might have got the kill, but with an MP7 it's not really a one-shot kill, so it's a bit difficult in that sort of thing, in that sort of situation to get the kill with it. Nice shot from McCain. I've got a feeling that this guy is a smurf, seeing as he was playing with a deagle for some reason before. And he just seems to know how to handle the AWP pretty well. I can't tell if this is pre or post nerf for the AWP, but post nerf definitely. Right, we'll skip ahead to the next round where I can view you again. There we go. Right. Right, okay, I'm guessing here that you buy an AK, seeing as everyone else is buying up. Yep. How much money did you have, just out of interest? Does it tell me how much money you had? No, it doesn't. I'm not quite sure why. If you could have afforded at this point, you should have really tried to buy yourself your grenades. You know, like the standard nade set generally is HE nade, smoke, 2 flashes. It's $1,000, and you buy them in the order smoke, flash, flash, nade. That's the order of importance. So right there, it was good the way that you came around the corner. You kept your crosshair. Snapped to the corner as you came around the corner. Once you figured out there was a guy there, though, you swung out a little bit too far. You should have, maybe because that's a common spot, you might have been a little bit better off pre-firing the spot, peeking back again, or just jiggle peeking with your shoulder. You know, if the guy takes a shot and falls back, you've got shot control. You know, if he takes the shot and maybe tags you through the wall, you're still alive and you've still got the information. You're still alive anyway because he missed, but again, peeking out a little bit too far in confrontation. Maybe jiggle peek a corner first and pre-fire the spot. It's a very common spot. There. Not much to say about that. Just a little bit of force brain control. A little bit of practice. I mean, you stopped, you crouched to change your view model size. You change your hitbox. That was fine. Just a little bit. Just pull down a little bit more, and your bullets would have hit that guy. So.
Terrorists win.
Right. There we go. So Nemt has acquired himself an auto sniper from somewhere. Again, no grenades. Only 2 people. Well, hang on, there we go. There we go. Speed of buying is something that you'll pick up the more you practice as well. Breaking timings is generally a big part of the game. With regards to who gets to the sites first, or you know how quick the see there, it's good tapping. There you go. You got hailed down. You didn't get the kill, but that was good. I mean, speed of buying, it just comes down to, you know, do you want to go for that sort of rush, or are you going to slow down a little bit and, you know, take a step back? But the speed of buying, you really want to have bought everything before you sell in that first 15 seconds. Like Steve says there, you can make buy-buys. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, this will be going up on. I'll be highlighting each individual review, and I'll be exporting each one to YouTube. Hey, Kral. So I mean, right here. I mean, you're doing your best to hold the site. You should be thinking of exiting a good 5 seconds ago. 13 HP and a gun worth $5,000, 2 of them, but you survived with 3 HP, so overall it was a pretty good round. I mean, so far, the way that the buy-in and everything's going, that seems to be fine. It's more about the encounters and that sort of thing. Maybe just take an extra half a second to make sure your aim's fine, or make sure you've stopped completely. Or just check the corners a little bit more.
Flashback. Throwing a flashback.
Look at this guy. So he got killed by an AWP right then, so rather than aiming up there, hold the corner, because in general you'll play 2 people at long. So if he gets that kill with the AWP, and you know that they might not have guns, he might peek out for that gun. So that can trade the kill. So he didn't. But maybe something you could try next time is if you're in that sort of situation again, just hold the corner, just with your crosshair. If an AWP runs around that corner, he's dead to rights. Very nice kill. So you know that there's a guy just died in lower tunnel to an auto sniper. There's that guy. That's unfortunate, it happens. Nice try though. Yep. See what you did then? You knew that the guy died in lower tunnel, and you were going to go and confront him, but you heard the guy behind you. So you put a wall between yourself and the guy that was in lower tunnels, and engaged the guy behind you first. That was good. So right there again, just the speed of buying. You're 2-3 seconds behind the rest of the team. And you've got the bomb, which bomb really isn't really a big issue if you're going for a B rush. Once you've got the site, you've got the site. Right, okay. Okay, right there, you took a lot of damage. It would have been better to fall back a little bit sooner. So right there, I mean, you're in a 2v5. It's not a great situation for any team really, whether they're silvers or global elites or professional players. It's not a great situation. You did take a lot of damage a few seconds earlier in the round, which, you know, it was probably going to happen at some point anyway with 5 players versus 2. But you could have probably avoided taking that much damage so quickly by realising that, okay, this guy's got the higher ground. He's got cover up to his neck. You're probably not going to win that fight. So you could back off, you know, give a little bit of map control to stay alive. And in this sort of situation, if it was a 2v5, you guys should have been thinking about saving, rather than your teammate who's creeping into tunnels right now. We'll see, and he gets shot down by the auto sniper. So, that situation, you could have saved 2 guns, or you could have at least tried to save 2 guns. Maybe get one of the CTs, maybe 2. You know, hurt their economy a little bit, because at this point, you know, 2 auto snipers, 1 AWP, 2 AKs, both from your team, so those guys haven't died recently. They've got full nade sets and everything, so this is a save round. I can see that two of the players on your team haven't decided to save for some reason. It just happens. They're going for a long rush. Not much to say about that. Shot down by an AK with a Tech 9. Just happens. So, next round, round 10. So this should be a buy round now, for everyone. unless Nemta and AK spent all the money. But so you're going for the MP7 and 2 flashes. If you didn't buy those flashes, you could have afforded a Galil. Yeah, you can't take 9. The Tech 9 never works for me either. You could have afforded a Galil, which could have been better for you. I mean, by now you guys should have realised that B rushing isn't going to work, because each time you've tried it while your opposition has been on a buy round, you've been shot down by auto snipers. So. Just skin, yeah. I mean, it's good that you guys didn't just run in and try and get the site. Who's that over there? Which guy is this? Where is he? Or is that a decoy? Am I going mad? Where is he? Hey? Haza, that's the one. Yeah, he should have moved out. Why is it not letting me? Okay, it's not letting me show you, but Haza, he should have moved out of that position. Hey? Oh, it is Chef. Oh, it's bloody demo's messing up. He should have moved out of that position long before that smoke cleared, because he knows there's an auto sniper down there, and all he's got's a P90, and he's got to cross back to do anything now for the rest of the round. So, again, that's not your fault, that's Chef. But that's just a quick point to make. Let's continue. Okay, so it looks like you guys are going to try and move over towards shot. Right, he got the kill. He got 2 kills, actually. Quickly. That's good. A lot of players would have seen that auto sniper on the floor, looked straight down and picked it up, so... what is Hoot's rank? I think he's a Nova 3, Nova 4, that sort of rank. Okay, so you've gone back for that, that's fine. Right, your teammate's watching long, right here. Your teammate was watching long, and as you were running back towards site, you were in between. You were looking in between. Just a thing on crosshair placement in that sort of situation. If you know your other teammate, all it takes is a quick glance to see where he's looking. He's watching long, or just ask him in chat. You know, Haza, where are you looking? He'll tell you long. So you'll look back over towards short as you're walking backwards with the auto sniper. I mean, if someone peeks out, one of the guys is a 1-shot kill, the other's is 2-shot kill. That's to the chest. So, you know, watching short. I mean, there is a guy coming short, and luckily you've gotten out there in time. But maybe next time, check where the other guy's watching, where he's covering, so you can retreat. Right, you got that kill. You're now low health. Really well played. Really well played. I was going to say in that situation, you got the kill. Now it's a 3v1, just hide. But as that guy peeked, you traded the kill. And trading the kill, it's a really important thing. So yeah, so at this point, for this count, everything's bought up before the start of the round. So. Okay. Right. 2 kills from down at long. So you know that those guys are rushing on an eco. And they rushed one direction, and you saw one guy, or saw 2 guys cross mid. Now at this point, if you just look at the map, you'll see someone pushing over from behind B tunnels, and he's going to come around. I'm guessing he's going to shoot you right now. But as soon as you saw, or at least knew of, 2 people dying at long, you should have assumed that they were going to push you from different angles, and maybe just moved up, go and look somewhere else. That AK guy, he's already watching mid. And you just shot him in the face, but he got a kill because he got behind you because no one was watching that sort of direction. Not necessarily your fault, it's more, the blame's more to be spread across the team on that one, but just a little bit of awareness, just check what other people are watching. A little bit of communication can mean the difference between life and death, and right there, that communication of you realising no one's watching towards B could have saved, I don't know, he had an AWP, so 4,750 plus 1,000 for his armour and whatever grenades, so that was a lot of money that could have avoided being lost right there. And this Jeffrey now, He's got himself an AK, so he's probably going to go for it. Okay, a little bit lower with that smoke, and it should land a little bit quicker. But other than that, it was fine. It's good that you smoke the door and not the window, because the window requires some jumping up. It makes a bit of noise, so you can hear it happening.
Terrorists win.
As kind of a default setup on T side, what we've generally evolved into the team, it's 2-1-2. So you'll have two people go towards B. You'll have one person hanging outside long, one person at the top of mid, and you'll have your AWPer watching down mid. Well, the B guys, it depends, because you can have one person going down to lowers and checking short and Xbox. And I'll show you that in a minute, because I'm going to jump into game and show you a couple of things. But I'll let Steve-O tell you. But generally, you'll have two people go towards B. It's usually me and Rith. I go towards lowers, check next to Xbox, check short, and Rith holds upper for a push. So, and you'll have your AWPer watching mid, someone at the top mid, and someone just outside long in case they push. That's more of a default setup. You know, gain map control, get some information, play slowly. That's what that's for. And then you'll use that and go into either a set strategy or you'll work off picks. That was almost a trigger bot though. That was brilliant. Right, so you saw the smoke go down. It's fine. Right, reloading. You were closer to the right side, so I would have moved right, but it's not really anything to sniff at. Right. So heading towards short. Right, you know there's a guy outside long, and you've left the guy with the bomb up at long. This guy's gotten 2 kills. So his confidence this round is through the roof. He's already gotten 2 kills. He's hungry for more. So I would not have peeked that personally. I mean, a lot of CS is a mind game. So peeking that corner wasn't really the best thing to do after he's just gotten 2 kills, and you'd lost the bomb and basically left your guy with the bomb at long. I mean, there wasn't really any recovery of that round. It's just it ended up in a bad sort of situation. So you're leaving one guy towards A this round, and you're doing a 4-man B rush. So you see that flash, nade as a response. Smoke it, yep. Well, you've got one guy in mid behind the doors watching mid for you. That's good. And you hear those guys running away. So I don't know what happened to the B rush at the other side of the map. The guys look like they've wimped out, but so. I'll be doing a couple of demo reviews tonight, Kroll. I'm doing a couple tonight, maybe 3, just to see what the response is from people as I'm doing the demos. So I'm just gonna open the window a second. So there you go. Again, that happens. Right, okay. So, although you got the kill then, the way that you came around short then, the way that you should have done it, you realised that you had a man in lower tunnels, and you knew that there was a guy in mid, so you getting around that corner to the right was pretty damn important, quickly as possible. As soon as you started moving around the corner and you exposed yourself to a couple more angles next to the little nook, next to the door, to the corner, next to the stairs where you're at now, and in the boxes just on the right, you exposed yourself to there, but as you did that, you were looking away. You were completely looking away from them. Now, I don't know whether that was because you were checking lower tunnels or because you were trying to duke the flash, but when you're trying to go around that corner, that flash that you threw then, it lands quite far back towards near the box. So any person standing closer than that box is not going to be flashed. So you still need to, even though that they're going to be blind, you still need to take an extra half a second just to peek each corner, just to peek each angle. Maybe just put a bullet down each one. You're already firing. If there's someone there, you carry on firing and you get the kill. Okay. Other than that, you got the kill, and that was good. So. That was nice. Caught him off guard. Right, and there's two of you left right now, and he's got the bomb. So you've got one grenade between you. You should have been creeping up here completely. Should not have made a single sound. There's still 16 seconds left. You know it. Right, you know he's in there. There he is. Nice kill. Really well done. Really well done. Yeah, the only thing I'd have said about the movement then was when you were moving up to the doors. Maybe hold shift so it's a little bit quieter, but you didn't die, you got the kill, so it was good. Either way it worked out and it was good. Okay, nice way to pick yourself out there. Okay, right, that position there, it's not a very common position, and you just got caught off guard by it. That's all that was, so I'm going to skip this round now. But those smokes and those flashes that you threw then were really damn good. If you want to just do that where you've got one flash used instead of using both, you can save yourself another flash for flashing around long. As you're running through the doors, if you look up, you can throw one through the window of long doors. But there's two ways of doing it. I mean, two flashes, it can be better than one for peeking. Saving an extra flash to peek around the next corner, it can also work out. So I'm going to skip the next round. Have I just pressed the wrong button? I haven't. Right, where are we at? Oh, I've just messed up. Where are we? This is the round. So, next round. Last round of the first half. Round 15. Okay. So right here, this is kind of a round where you guys should be trying to figure out between yourselves what you've not tried. I don't think I saw a 5-man long rush at any point. I don't think I saw anyone trying to do like a fast cat type of thing. Now right there you threw your flashbang out, but you didn't capitalise on it. No one went out, and that's the only flashbang that you had in that situation, which, you know, if there was anyone there it might have caused them to run back, but when you're in such a poor economic position where one of your players has only got a Tech 9 with no armour, it can be better to try and capitalise on those sort of things. But, I mean, you guys had no money, so that's that round. CT pistol. Here we go. Let's have a look at what you guys decide to play on CT pistol. Okay, so you guys have got one, I'm guessing, yeah, two long, one short, and two big. Generally what we kind of play. So, right then, you didn't kind of get off the mark as soon as the round started. I mean, it might not have made that much of a difference, but on the first pistol round, because the pistol rounds in this game, they're kind of important with regards to the economy and stuff like that. Getting up to that point as quick as possible to support your teammate can be more important. Another thing as well, no one's got any sort of flashbangs or anything like that currently. If you're playing long, you should try and have flashbangs with the guy at long. So you'll have one person at this corner here, where you're aiming currently, and you'll be standing back ready with a flashbang. And you'll throw a flashbang a couple of seconds into the round when he gets there, and then he peeks out. You'll get the information, oh, there's two at long, and you can move either towards him and take the fight together, or you can move back and defend the position together. So, who's messaging me now? Right. Okay. block train. It just went down. It just happens. They just two Glocks firing at you. It just rips through armor. It's a pain in the arse. So, go next round. So you lost. You're on CT side. You lost pistol round. You should buy this round. Head armor and a pistol. Not a Bison like Chef has bought. Head armor and a pistol. Right, you've done it. And two other guys have, well, one guy bought head armor and not a pistol for some reason. So at this point, you've heard a couple of grenades along, you know they're coming long. There you go. You got a crossfire set up with your teammate, and you got the first kill, that's good. Right, so you should be screaming them up now. Backing off. Okay. Again, you remember this round's an eco round. And they all did by AKs instead of SMGs, but I mean, there wasn't really any error in the way that you played that sort of round, but it just didn't go your way, and it happens. You got them ads, Steve-O. Okay, again this round you should all be saving. For some reason Nemtor opted to pistol armor this round as did Akane instead of saving. Okay, the long rush, the 5-man long rush. Let's see how this works out for you. Plenty of damage with that first grenade. Then you got the first kill. So together you guys should be on your way out the doors right about now, but you're not. Right, you got another kill at short. That indicates that they know that you're really holding short and long really well. I mean, one of them died to one of you and he saw a few people, so they're going to head over towards B now. So you guys should be thinking about repositioning. You're doing well. Nice kill. Shot me in the face. I mean, one thing you did then, as soon as you got the kill, you ran straight up for the AK. I would have held the corner for an extra second or so, just in case someone comes around that corner. It was a very nice shot. Shot me in the face. Maybe hold the corner, and you know, just remember at all times that your crosshair needs to be snapped to the corner where that the enemies could be. I mean, you watched with your eyes. I mean, I could tell what you were doing. You had your crosshair and you were moving towards the AK, but you were watching the AK with your eyes, but not looking with your character what he was doing. If you keep your crosshair around the corner and you just move over towards the AK and do a check of the corner at the same time, you can do two birds with one stone then. But other than that, you got the AK and it's now a 4v1. So but yeah, I mean, I do it myself sometimes and it's just so I mean I know I need to do it the opposite sometimes. So, right. Okay, so you know he's got an AWP, and you know he's down there, so you shouldn't be peeking. I mean, you've got 3 people around him in this sort of position. Right, you know he's still there now. So some guy saw him down there. Got behind him, he got the kill. Brilliant. Really well played. That was good team play then. Yeah, if he's got an AWP, fall back, give him a little bit of map control. Okay, so this round again with the MP7. And it's fine, the enemy should be on an eco round at this point. It looks like they've tried to buy, but I mean a MAC 10 and 2 UMPs isn't going to work out too great for them. So you've sent 3 people towards B this round. But you had no one covering short, which can be an okay strategy, but you need to remember at all times that someone needs to be watching whether they're coming short or not, so you know when to rotate. That was unfortunate. He got behind you on shot just by creeping. I think that guy knew you were there, because as you came from long into CT spawn, you were running, you were full running, you were walking. So he heard you, basically, and he was walking. You could see through the wall with the X-ray on. You could see that he was walking. So, I mean, that's how he got that kill. So, I mean, maybe hold shift more often. Would be a thing. I like how you sent me a 30-round demo as well. It's just good. So this round, everyone's bought up. So you bought head armor and a kit. Oh, you're right. You got one. Nice. I thought you were broke. Rust. Nah, this is a CS:GO. Matthew, it's Counter-Strike. Okay, so this round you're opting to stack shot. Okay. Okay. Right, you saw that guy and you instantly crouched and tried to move back, hoping that he hadn't seen you. If you're gonna push towards shot like that, you should only try and do it once if you intend to go there from the start of the round. You know, you get there as quickly as possible. I mean, that sort of thing. You just got caught off guard. You got caught with a grenade in your hand. I mean, it's good that you were trying to flash around the corner anyway, but you should try and do that at the start of the round rather than a couple of seconds in. It gives the terrorists an extra few seconds to get that position on you, which is what happened there. Oops. So, next round. So I don't think I've seen you guys on CT Eco yet. Everyone's got grenades. I mean, you could probably have done with sticking near the guy with the AK and just bought yourself a P250 or a 5.7 one of these rounds where you've not got too much money. I mean, he could have earned you a gun. But the two-man pit stack, that's okay. I mean, personally, I'd play one-person pit and one person at the corner to set up a crossfire so you can look after each other as they walk out. But that's okay. Again, no one watching towards shot, or Arcane was actually. But no one's actually at A watching shot. So Arcane died, you then lost that point of information from mid. So you should try and stay at A site, in A site, unseen, because they don't know you're there, rather than pushing A site like that. Pushing shot like that. Or that situation, your guy mid died from a person on shot. Your guy mid died from a person on shot, so you no longer had any information about where they were going on shot. You'd have had the 6 seconds from his death cam, but at that point you know that they can then go to shot. So you should have thought about, okay, right, we need to give up a little bit of map control. Where do we need to give up? If you're going to give up some long control, you guys need to stick together at A. Because two 1v3s or whatever at A, it's a really difficult thing to hold. A long is such a powerful position on CSGO, on Dust 2, so maybe holding short and have one guy at car. That'd have been a better option. But pushing short like that once you've lost all short knowledge is a big no-no. So I'll skip to the next round. So I'm guessing you broke this round because you bought an ump last round. But everyone's still buying for some reason rather than looking at everyone's money. It happens sometimes. 5.7, yeah, right, this is the round. This could be the round. I mean, the 5.7 is a lot better than the UMP, especially against Ammo, so. Right, you've lost 2 guys, one at mid, one at B. So you've rotated one guy over to B. So your teammates managed to hold on to B, even though there was only one person rushing, but he's managed to hold on to B. So leaving him there, setting one up in mid and one up at long. That's okay. But you should always remember in CS you want to try and make your gunfights as unfair as possible. So sticking with one of the guys could have been a better option. At this point, when he started running there, that guy instantly knew where you were, and you were instantly at a disadvantage because you didn't know where he was. Again, that just goes back to maybe walk a little bit more, slow down. There was still a minute and 10 seconds, minute and 15 of the round left, and you didn't know where any of the terrorists were. That's all that worked. I mean, you could have, if you were walking and you saw him, you could have won that gunfight quite easily. But again, it was unfair in his favour that time. Right, okay, finally we've got an M4 round. We've got a gun round. So 3-man A stack, just in case of a rush, this is good. And you've sent one guy off back to shot, so it wasn't you. Right, you saw those flashbangs coming over? Right, that situation there where you use that decoy, that's a good situation to use one. What you see a lot of people do is straight at the start of the round they'll have $50 spare and they'll throw it in spawn at the start of the round. That's $50 wasted. They do that 4 rounds in a row, that's a flashbang. It doesn't seem like too much, but I mean in this sort of situation where you've thrown that decoy after those flashbangs, that could be misconstrued as one of your team firing because he's blind, and the terrorist might run out, try and get the kill, and because there's no one there, you could have taken that kill. I mean that's quite a big analysation of how a decoy grenade can work, but it's good that you saved your decoy for that sort of situation, and it's good that you used it in that way. But at this point they're not running out, so you're reading this quite well. You've got 1 kill at mid, but you've lost a guy at B, and you've lost your guy at mid, so you should be sure that these guys, yep, there you go, you've seen the mid to B. These guys have got 3 smokes and they've not smoked CT spawn for some reason. So, you got AWPs then from B, you were fighting 2 people at once, it just happens. Right, next round. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen you save once on CT round, Hoot. You say you were skint most of the time. I've not seen you guys save once. I mean, you're always buying. I mean, you're buying with your team, which is really good. But you guys have not tried to save once at all. You've always got a disadvantage because of the weapons that you're trying to use. I mean, a P250 versus an AK and 2 AWPs. There's only one outcome. There's only one sensible outcome, really. So, again, the start of the round, 3-man A long stack. And you've sent a couple of guys off. You decided to stay at long, that's good. You were watching what your team were doing and realising that they were going to run away and leave it open. So you stayed here to cover long, that's good. So you lost a guy at mid, but you still got someone there, and you know that that guy is at top mid. For some reason he's still peeking, but that's up to him. This position right here that you're playing now, it's good to play with a pistol. I wouldn't run up and peek like this. I mean, that there was crosshair placement. Classic example of why crosshair placement is important. It looked like you were listening and trying to figure out where the guys were, but your crosshair placement is much more important than trying to figure out where those guys were. As soon as they walk out into your crosshair, they're dead if you pull the trigger fast enough. So if your crosshair was snapped onto that left-hand corner as you came around that door, you could have got that kill. So next round. There's only 5 rounds left, so... I mean, what's good is you guys, you're not trying to push too much. I mean, you've not really got the guns for it anyway, but you're not trying to push too much. Right, this is the first real eco round that I've tried to send you guys do. Or at least you do. Only with a P250. This right here, this situation where you've started the round, you've run straight to shot, this is the type of situation that I was talking about before, where you want to start it off with a flashbang and get the map control. See, they're not actually at shot yet. You've still got the map control. Got the flank coming on. That's good. When you're peeking around the corner then, I noticed you were trying to jiggle peek it as you came round, and that's good, but as you were doing it, you were peeking out a little bit too far. With the AD technique, which I'll describe shortly when this demo's finished. I'll just pause this a sec. With the AD technique, you want to be looking at the spot that you want to check when you stop and turn around as soon as your character changes direction. And the reason for that is if you see someone there, you're already stopped and still accurate, so you can fire and maybe get a headshot, a dink him, or if you've got an AK, you can even kill him. So, I mean, with the wider peaks, you're showing more of your view model, more of your hitbox, so that they've got a chance to get the kill. I mean, just remember, your body is wider than you think with this in this game. So it's just something to keep in mind. You're peeking a little bit too far. You could have easily checked those corners without peeking out quite as far as you did. But other than that, the actual technique of peeking the corners was good. It's just peeking a little bit too far. So you saw that guy. Very good. You held shift then. I saw that. Right, so you know that guy's on short now. Everyone's got that information. He's on short. You've got 3 guys at mid. And you know he's got an auto sniper you. 2 of you are low health. That's 1 shot, 1 kill for both of you. So you should be going together at this stage. You should be considering splitting up, which it looks like you're doing. You're sending 1 CT, 1 short, 1 towards long. He hasn't planted yet. He's still got 20 seconds to plant the bomb. So he's just holding. He knows that you guys are after him in a 3v1. He's waiting for you guys to peek.
Planting. Bomb has been planted.
There you go. Chef played that really well. I mean, I wasn't watching, but he played it really well.
I'm defusing.
And you got the defuse. Nice and easy. Oh, you've got an AK. You don't... Oh, there we go. Good. I thought you were going to take the AWP then. Let one of the guys with the cheaper guns do it.
Bomb has been defused.
Okay, there we go.
Terrorists win.
Chef knobbing about with a Bison instead of an AK.
We will live long lives. Cover this area.
Got your armor, your kit.
Guard this
It's good.
area.
And your nades, good.
Here. Decoys out. Cover this area.
Auto sniper, it's a stronger gun at B site. I'm going to say that's right off the bat, it's a much stronger gun at B site. And you got flash by yourself then. That was a good kill though, held that corner well. Welcome back, Steve.
Deploying flashbang.
So you know your man's not watching shot anymore. This right here is a pretty powerful position. You're a little bit further back. You're quite far back from the cover. It means that you're very slightly a smaller hitbox, so you can move over to the sides and stuff and get behind cover easier.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang. Throwing a flashbang.
Okay, nice kill. Right, you saw him. At this point, you know he's got an AWP, and as soon as he fires, it takes him about 1.5 seconds for him to pull the bolt back, and he can fire again. So you got into position fast, and that was good. So you know he's on short. You've got long, and you've got mid, so he can't jump off short. And even if he does jump off short, he can't run away round to long. So, yeah. I mean, I know I said earlier that the auto is stronger at B, but you played the auto so well at A that there's not really much I could have said about that anyway, so well done for that round. Yeah.
Throwing smoke. Cover this area. Deploying.
Yeah, because he saw you earlier on, he could have just re-peeked and pre-fired you. So moving up into sight or just above the box was good. Could have been a better option, but I mean, you played it well and you got the kill, that's all that matters. Right, you saw the guy out mid. It doesn't matter anyway, because they've took B site. This point it's a 2v4, and it's 12 to 14. You should save this round, you really should. One guy's got a P90, not very expensive gun. Got killed. That was nice, very nice. You heard the AWP shot, and it was pretty close. So you should not be peeking. You should have just been holding that corner then. So, yeah. No, you can't shoot through those barrels now.
Cover this area. Hold here.
Okay, it looks like you guys are going to do some form of eco for this round. It's a good decision. It's not going to put them onto match point. It means you can maybe lock down the next round and force it into a draw or a win. So B rush, you got the information. You know how many are there. You know that they could be coming out mid, so you got your flank on right now. You saw one guy in, and you didn't run after him instantly. That's good. But one problem that you've got here, it's not really much of an issue with the P90. If you had a longer rifle, the M4, for example, if you're standing right next to that wall, your M4 sticks over the wall. So maybe walking towards the middle or even towards the back towards the right hand side along the wall of cat. You should always really try and be near a wall in that sort of situation. He could have seen your gun sticking over the edge. He didn't, because you can tell he's looked away, but just a thing to think about. Just another angle that you didn't check. That's all that was. So, I mean, this round was kind of a half eco. If it wasn't, and you were skint, and you bought the head armor and the P90 to try and win the round and push it onto match point, it was the wrong decision. This should have been the round that you went all in on. So we'll find out now, depending on what guns you buy. I know Chef always buys a P90.
That is the plan.
Dropped a P90.
Yes, my friends. Yes. Let's go, people. Throwing smoke.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you're pretty skint for this round. Yeah.
Throwing a flashback. I'm throwing a flashback. Flashback.
Last round he could have saved. I mean, that was, you dropped one P90 this round and you lost one last round. So what's that, $4,700 that you've lost? That was almost an AWP that you lost then. So you could have bought an AWP for one of your team this round and still bought yourself a gun. So, that's a good kill, good flash, good kill. Really well done. So you hold this position now. You guys know roughly where they are based on map control. You know for definite where one guy is now. So you've got someone at short. You don't need to be looking this way because you've got someone at short and mid. Well played anyway though. Yeah, this round is... This round, although it shouldn't have turned out as well as it has, it's gone your way. So well played this round. I need to get some water. So you've left one guy at A on his own, but two guys are watching the bomb, so that's good. You're waiting for a flank.
Smoke. I'm throwing a flashback. Deploying flashbang. Flashbang. Smoke. Counter-terrorists win.
Well played that round. But you've already acquired plenty of guns for this round as well, so...
Cover this area. Guard this area.
No, you dropped an AWP, you've got your guns, and someone's dropped an M4, so you're all rifled up, basically.
I must say no.
Apart from one guy, so...
Get these done.
And they've got two pistols rather than two rifles this round, so I mean, you're already at an advantage this round by winning the last one. Good job peeking with your teammate. Yep, you dropped the molly down so they can't really peek properly. Fortunate then that he peeked at the same time. It happens sometimes. That flashbang then from that guy was fantastic. Whoever threw that flashbang, was it Chef? That was a really good flashbang. 3v2. These guys should be considering now. Okay, so they've got A site. They should be considering a retake already. Just to watch the retake. These are the two guys. Now, this guy shouldn't be re-peeking at that point. He should be waiting for someone else like Haza. There we go. You know where the last guy is? Everyone starts to converge. He's low health. He's dead. And there you go. You guys won the game. So. And there we go.
This was
Right, okay, here we go. So, right, I was basically a little bit of crosshair placement, a little bit of spray control and stuff like that. I can go over spray control and stuff quickly, but other than that, it was okay. You're peeking a little bit too wide sometimes, and just be careful with the angles that you're checking. Slow down a little bit as well when you're taking encounters. You tend to crouch into them, like let go of shift and instantly go into crouch. As a crouch, it's difficult to start moving again. As you're crouching, it's difficult to start moving again, really. So let's
let's go.
kick all mp underscore defuse. There we go. Oh, I can. It doesn't really matter. So, cheats 1, and we've got all the stuff we need. So we've already got armor and everything. All I need now is a rifle. So I can just show you what I meant. So as far as getting up there as quickly as possible goes, the quickest way to do it, a lot of people just run around this box and do it this way. They run up there. Quickest way to do it is just jump up on here. And just run along this, like this. As you're peeking up here, you can throw a flashbang as you do it on. It takes a little bit of practice to get right, but you can throw a flashbang off there as you're doing it. It peeks around the corner, and you can just hold this corner. You've got 2 walls to cover you. Then you've got this wall, and you've got this wall to cover you. So, as far as that goes, what I meant before with over peeking is you were kind of peeking like this. If you wanted to check that up there, have it in mind where he is in the map and just jiggle peek like that. What I meant is, with the AD thing, you want to be changing direction as it comes into your crosshair, like that, with the barrel, with the corner. That's all I meant with that. With regards to long, and having one person hold, one person flash, you'll have one person stood around this debris, around this corner here, and you'll have one person stood here. A good flash to throw is that, between those 2 things. I don't think that landed properly. Let's see where it lands. Ah, it's a little bit higher. So you aim up about there. Just throw it over that, so it goes over there, basically. It just needs to make it over that ledge. And that's a really good pop flash to combine with someone from there. I mean, you didn't really play B at all, or mid, so, I mean, that's fine. Hold on. Buy anywhere. There we go. When I meant with your B rush earlier on T side, I know Ultrafail, it was terrible. You run down here, and you'll have your smoke down. Can I not buy a smoke? Nope. There we go. So you'll have your smoke down, and the smoke that you throw as you come out of here, you generally plop your crosshair where this curve is, up along this these tiles, these ones that run around. Along the curve, next to those tiles, let it go, and just throw a flashbang with it. Another flashbang you can throw as well is this one. And that pops behind you as you're walking out and checking car. And that's how I do a B rush, that's how I take B quickly. Another thing, one thing that I've seen, I think it's Pasha I've seen do, he'll throw a flash, he'll come out, and he'll throw this. He'll throw that, and then he'll throw that, and he'll run out like this. So he runs out in smoke cover. That's another way of doing it, but again, that's just preference. So, alright, there we go. That's PTG Hootles demo review. I'm not sure what rank Hoot is. I think he's a Nova 3, Nova 4.